This is the engine bay inspection of the 2017 Subaru Forester. Looking in here, everything is looks like it seems to be nice and clean. There is some signs of a little bit of strange overspray on the wiring harness, and as well as it looks like the heat shield there. I think maybe somebody just might have painted that up. I don't believe that's a factory thing, but otherwise everything is looking a-okay. Your belts are good. Nothing is chirping, squeaking, or squealing there. Fresh oil and oil change here. You know, we don't have any signs of any kind of rodent intrusion. Nice fresh battery coat on there. We're going to move to the front now. Now we do have this grill assembly here, and we'll just show you. It's just the slightest bit wiggly, but they are held in by those plastic push pins, which isn't abnormal. But really, if you do look close, there's signs of what looks to be kind of residue from maybe sand, and we'll go more into that. I believe somebody used this vehicle to its fullest extent, which is actually pretty cool. Really, engine bay looks good. No ticks, no leaks, no drips, no dribbles. Everything is as it should be. Thank you. So first and foremost, let me apologize about two things here. One, the proximity to a couple other vehicles. I did end up bringing this vehicle back to the dealership. And two, there is a significant amount of wind, so I will try to project my voice, and I hope you can hear me. Now, right off the bat here, we do notice a couple of things. One, a little bit of oxidization on the headlights, which isn't abnormal. It doesn't affect how the headlights operate as of this moment. You know, it does look like we have a little kind of strange panel gap and some strange fitment on the inner wheel well there. I think this front clip has been removed. I don't think it has been replaced, but I do think it has been removed at one point. Immediately, though, we do see our aftermarket wheels and tires. These are a really solid choice, I think, for this particular vehicle. As we'll go into it further later, I think somebody used this vehicle to the fullest extent that they possibly can use a 17 Crosstrek. Moving right along here, we don't have anything that is abnormal as far as paint or overspray. You know, again, we just have a few little minor scratches. Nothing major there at all. Moving right along, again, wheel and tire compo is pretty good on this Crosstrek, if you don't mind me saying. We do have a little bit of looseness on this rear bumper. There was an aftermarket hitch installed, or receiver rather, installed on this, as well as a trailer brake system, which is coming down through the trunk. We'll go into that later detail. Otherwise, everything is just as it should be. All glass is good. Rear hatch is looking fine. Again, your rear wiper, that is super easy to change on these Subarus. Your gas door latches and unlatches and locks as it should. Moving right along to the roof, we don't have any damage there. All roof rack and assemblies are in good shape. Again, sorry for the proximity. We just have a little tiny bit of, looks like we did a little color match there. I do think this thing saw maybe some time in the woods. I don't really know for sure, but it seems like it. Moving up to the front panel here, again, wheel and tire combo, and again on the opposite side, headlight, slight oxidization, nothing abnormal there at all. All gaps seem to be doing well. We do have a slight bit of damage right inside the inner fender well here. I don't think it's anything structural or anything to really concern yourself with. Thank you. This will be the undercarriage inspection on a 2017 Subaru Crosstrek. and immediately we can see just a lot of plastic. We can't see really underneath the engine all that well at all, but we can see the front suspension, and we do notice that there aren't any strange droops or any kind of sign of rust or any issues there. Axles look fine and intact. We will move on to the back side. Where we can see some residue of maybe sand or mud. As I mentioned before, I do believe this vehicle was used to the fullest of its capabilities. It does seem like somebody really enjoyed this vehicle and enjoyed it to the fullest. We see that sand residue kind of all throughout the vehicle here. But moving on to the gearbox, we don't see any kind of drips out of that. The front suspension does look intact. Thank you. Moving on to the rear undercarriage here, we do see that we have an aftermarket receiver installed. Otherwise, our suspension there is looking like it's in good shape. Our rear differential isn't leaking. No CV axle damage that we can see or that we can make note of. The other side looks clear as well. Overall, I'm going to give this undercarriage a pass. Well used, but well taken care of. Thank you. This will be the interior portion of our inspection for the 2017 Crosstrek. Typically, I would be standing kind of outside so you can get a better view. Due to the wind, I'm going to try to explain this to you inside here. It looks like the steering wheel does have a slight bit of normal wear. Nothing unusual there. There is signs of sand on the carpet yet. Again, a very well used Subaru. The shifter does feel just like a little loose, but that is pretty normal for these Subaru cars. Otherwise, the infotainment screen has a little bit of residue on it. Needs a decent clean, but everything worked just fine on that. AC works, cruise control, all your Windows controls. The only other issues that I found on the interior were some slight staining on the headliner and lamp assembly, as well as this dome lamp here. The center dome lamp does not operate. Otherwise, everything, while being well used, is in actually pretty decent shape. Not too bad at all. All your seat functions work and operate as they should, and you can adjust it anywhere you need. Heated seats do in fact work. Everything latches, locks, rolls up and down as it should. Thank you. This will be the trunk area inspection, or the rear hatch area inspection of the 2017 Crosstrek. Immediately, we don't see any kind of concerns or issues. The lift struts are working appropriately as they should. That's great news. It looks like we do have right off the bat a fresh tool set here, which is nice, and genuine Subaru parts from your dealership here, which is fantastic. Now our spare and spare kit are all present, emergency tow hook and new tool kit. Now, this is the only concern I have with the trunk, other than some, again, more sand or mud residue, is going to be this aftermarket assembly. Now, I did follow it down. There is a hole poked right underneath the well where the spare tire sits there. I think that could probably be improved upon, in my honest opinion, with a nice grommet. Otherwise, though, I don't think it would be a tremendous issue at all, to be honest. I'm just kind of picky like that. But I don't see any use of major cleaners or arm rolls or protectants like that to make anything greasy. Everything is as it is, just kind of well used, but again, well taken care of. All your seats are operating and folding down, up and down as they should. Now, I do believe there are plastic push pins that are supposed to go in these holes. Those seem to be missing, but again, not a big deal. Everything is moving as it should there. Did I stand corrected? There it goes. Alright, and that will conclude our rear hatch assessment of the 17 Crosstrek. Thank you. Welcome to the code scan portion of our pre-inspection here. Let's see, we did run a scan on these and we did check out these faults. They are historical code. As mentioned previously, this battery has been replaced, and actually the occupant detection works just fine. You can actually kind of test that just by putting a little weight over there, and that is turning off and on as it should. There is no other concerns I have, no concerns I have at all actually with the results of the scan, and it is encouraging to see that it wasn't cleared recently. Alright, I will give that code scan section a good clean bill of health. Thank you. This will be the conclusions video for the 2017 Subaru Crosstrek. Just to highlight some of my mild concerns, and they are mild concerns, some of the oxidization on the headlights there, and some of the ill-fitting plastics on the inner fender well on either side, minor paint scratches, minor wear, and some minor usage, which was probably some fun usage at one point. You know, other than that, all those signs show that somebody thoroughly enjoyed this vehicle, which is a good sign. You know, way better than not enjoying the vehicle and not ever going anywhere. All that to say, I'm going to give this vehicle a good, solid, clean bill of health, and we do appreciate your time. Thank you.